Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and today we are going to make a very common Thanksgiving recipe. Now, I have a turkey with stuffing and gravy recipe already, which is great, but you definitely need an 8-quart Instant Pot, and you need a small turkey to fit in there, and I love the recipe. It's truly divine and to die for, but a lot of people have asked for turkey breasts, and guess what? You're gonna get a breast, and you're not only gonna be able to do it right in your pressure cooker, but I'm gonna be doing this one in the Ninja Foodi, where not only are we gonna cook it in there so easily and moistly and simply and deliciously, but then I'm gonna be able to finish it off with a crisp in the same device without having to transfer it to the oven or turning the oven on to heat up the house. But don't you worry, any recipe that you do in an Instant Pot, you could do in a Foodi. So guys, you can easily make this in your Instant Pot as well. Just at the very final stages, when we crisp it up, we're gonna put it into the oven. But in the meantime, let's ruffle our feathers up and strut on over to our electric pressure cooker, and whether that be the Ninja Foodi or the Instant Pot, it's gonna be amazing either way. So it all begins with a turkey breast, guys. Find one that's between 4 to 7 pounds. This one's 6 pounds, and that'll be fine. It should all be able to fit into a 6 or 8 quart Instant Pot or a 6.5 or 8 quart Ninja Foodi. And to show you, here's a 6 quart Instant Pot. Fits in just fine, and it'll also obviously fit in a 6.5 quart Ninja Foodi's liner pot as well as an 8 quart if you have one of those. Regardless, it'll work in 6, 6.5, or 8 quart sizes, okay? I'm gonna be making this one in the Foodi, but again, you can make it just as well in the Instant Pot. Alright, so now let's unpackage this turkey breast and rinse it out. And I'm gonna do this over a clean sink and then just open my package up and then just drain it out. And since my sink is clean, I'm just gonna rest my turkey breast in there, and I'm gonna go into the cavity here and I'm just gonna take anything out that might already still be in it. If it still has a little bit of ice in there, that's okay. The turkey's already thawed throughout as it is, you see? Nice and thawed. Could also take that timer out of there, it's not needed. It reminds me of the money pit. Poop, the turkey's done. And now using some cool water, I wanna totally rinse my turkey off. Just get everything nice and rinsed here. Alright, and after we've rinsed it, let's just pat it dry. Okay, and now that our turkey breast is nice and rinsed and patted dry, I've rested it on a plate, and we're just going to set this aside. And now we're going to make our fantastic, delicious glaze that's going to go over this turkey as it cooks. So in a little mixing bowl, I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of rubbed sage, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of tarragon, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and a tablespoon of crushed garlic. And now let's mix everything together, and we're gonna have an amazing glaze to brush right onto our turkey breast. Great, moving on. Alright, now let's come back to our turkey, and we're going to brush our amazing glaze all over it. Take one of these nice silicone brushes, and again, just rub it all over the turkey. Nice and good. I've had somebody tell me that I should have shirts made up that say nice and good on them, because apparently I say that a lot. And of course, if you touch the turkey in its raw state, it goes without saying, wash your hands. I have people tell me, you cross-contaminated things. Believe me guys, things that you don't see in the video are edited out for time constraints, you know? I don't want to bore you with everything. Believe me, I keep myself clean, and I suggest you do the same. Wash your hands after touching raw meat. And that goes for any kind of raw meat. Alright, so really slather all of the amazing glaze all over our turkey breast. Get every corner of it in here. We want to make sure it's nice and glazed. Alright, we are looking good. Now we want to transfer our turkey breast to our pressure cooker. So first, let's place our trivet inside of our pot. And now let's add in our broth. I am going to be using 2 cups of turkey broth. Now, I get that from getting 2 teaspoons of Better Than Bouillon turkey base mixed with 2 cups of water. That creates 2 cups of turkey broth. Or you can just use 2 cups of chicken broth if you'd rather that instead. Let's add it to the pot. And then let's rest our turkey breast right on top of the trivet. And if you're doing it with bare hands, make sure they're clean and then wash them after. And make sure we're breast side up. I want to take 2 large carrots and then slice them up into discs about 1/4 inch thick. And look at this, guys, because this carrot had like a crack in it running all the way down lengthwise. They look like little Pac-Man carrots. How cute! So instead of little ghosts eating them, it's little like rabbit ghosts, you know? Now let's take 3 stalks or 3 ribs of celery and slice those up as well. And then finally we'll take 2 yellow onions and then just slice them long ways and into quarter wedges like this, and you'll see everything will separate very easily from each other just like this. Alright? And then let's take our veggies and then just put them to the side of the turkey. Just gonna add all the veggies in, just put it to the side. And I'm really sticking my veggies in there into every nook and cranny possible. And if you have some extra veggies, that's fine too. You can leave them out. Alright, we are looking perfect there, guys. Maybe if you have a little bit of the marinade or the glaze, I'm calling it, left over, feel free to put a little bit more on right now. And we are ready to secure our lid and pressure cook. All right. Now I'm going to secure my lid, and I'm going to make sure that I am in sealing position here. Now I want to come down to the control panel and hit the pressure or pressure cook or manual button, depending on whatever model you have. And I want to go at high pressure, and I'm going to cook, guys, for 35 minutes. So I'm going to go all the way up to 35 minutes, and then hit the start button or just let it go on its own, depending on whatever model you're using. And again, on the Foodi, the little blue icon on the left with the steam means it's pressure cooking. And now that we're done pressure cooking, we're going to allow a 12-minute natural release. That means we do nothing for 12 minutes. The display is going to start counting up just like it would on the Instant Pot as well as the Foodi. And once it reaches 12 minutes, we're going to follow it off with a quick release. Now that 12 minutes of a natural release have passed, we're going to finish it off with a quick release. And now the pin drops, so let's take our lid off. And there's our lovely turkey breast. Okay guys, now it is time to crisp this up a little bit. Now, if you have a Ninja Foodi, which I've cooked this in, we're going to simply be able to do that right in the pot directly. If you don't have a Ninja Foodi and you're using an Instant Pot, we're going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees, place our turkey on a baking sheet, and then pop it in the oven. But since I'm going to be doing this in the Ninja Foodi, I'm simply going to take my turkey right out of here, transfer it to a plate for a quick second, get it out of there, and then take the trivet out and make all the vegetables fall right into the broth. Now I'm going to remove the liner pan from the pot with all the broth in there, which we're going to turn into gravy shortly, and then just pour it into a bowl and set aside. I'm just going to pour you right into this container, and then I'm going to come back to that in a moment. And then I'm going to add my liner pot right back, as well as my turkey breast, and I'm just going to put it directly into the liner pot here in the Ninja Foodi, just like that. And now, because I want to give this a delicious looking color, and it's almost like a little bit of a cheat to make it look like it cooked all day in the oven, or at least 3 hours in the oven, I'm going to take some Gravy Master or some Kitchen Bouquet, just a little bit of it, and just carefully just pour some of it on top of the turkey breast, and then just take our brush and kind of just smooth it around a little bit. So it gives it some nice color throughout. See that? How that's working? Try just to dab it. Don't really brush. Just dabbing is perfect because we don't want to brush all these spices off of our turkey breast. There we go, just a little bit more. There we go, and dab the love around. It's gonna make it look even more beautiful. All right, now let's lower the tender crisp lid on the Foodi. And I wanna hit the bake roast button, and I wanna go, guys, on this at 400 degrees for 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes. And when we're tender crisping, the right side logo will light up. It's gonna be a little red steam thing coming out of the pot, you see? Okay, and now it's just finishing the cooling process very quickly at the very end here, and then it's going to be all done, and we're going to lift up our lid, and we're going to check on that delicious, delicious turkey breast. Alright, let's check it out, and oh yeah, look at that! Look at how beautiful that turkey breast looks, guys. It smells amazing, it's sizzling, it's going to be everything we want in terms of the exterior. Alright, I'm going to go into it again with some of these like meat claws, they're so handy, and pull it out and then place it on a cutting board. And I'm going to leave it here to cool for a few moments before I cut into it. And now I'm going to focus on making that amazing gravy. First I want to start by making a cornstarch slurry. And I'm going to take equal parts cornstarch and water. It's going to be 2 tablespoons of each cornstarch and water. And then mix it up really well until it becomes nice and smooth and all one consistency here. Perfect. And now I'm going to go back to the Foodi's liner pot. Now, you see all that remnant in there, like the stuff around the rim, the black stuff? That's from the Gravy Master, and it's actually going to be amazing for the gravy. I'm going to add all the gravy drippings right back into the pot. If you made your turkey in an Instant Pot, you obviously didn't have to take your drippings out because you transferred the turkey to an oven to crisp up. But in the Foodi, you really kind of need the extra space and no trivet in there in order to crisp the turkey breast. Otherwise, the lid won't shut properly. So now that we have that back in there, let's give it more heat. Now let's hit the sear or the sear/saute button and make sure we're at high temperature for this. The high or more setting, whatever your model says. And then start that up. And I want to add in 2 1-ounce packets of gravy mix. Now, you don't have to add this if you don't want to, but I really think it adds a lot of flavor. And you can really use any kind you want. I'm using Better Than Gravy. You heard of Better Than Bouillon? Well, this is Better Than Gravy. 2 1-ounce packets. And then stir that around and into our fantastic drippings. Let's get it nice and combined. It's going to be a lot of gravy, by the way, guys, which is great because you can never have too much gravy. And then once everything begins to bubble, let's pour our cornstarch slurry in and stir it in immediately as we pour it, and then this is going to thicken it into a true, incredible gravy. You see, it's already thickening. We're going to let it bubble for another minute and then turn the heat off. And after a minute of bubbling, turning the heat off, so the bubbles die down. And as the bubbles begin to die down, again, you'll see it'll thicken up perfectly. And I'm going to take a bowl here and then just scoop a bunch of my gravy, as well as all the amazing things in it, like the carrots, the onions, and the celery, right into a gravy boat or a bowl. And let's get on that gravy train. Alright, gravy all set. Let's set this aside. And you might even have some extra. Look at all that. Alright, so we have turkey breast here, gravy here, and it's a perfect match made in heaven. Alright, let's carve this turkey breast up. Let me get a decent carving knife here and just start to slice it away. Oh yeah. Already perfect. Look at how juicy and tender this looks. Nice slices of turkey. This knife, by the way, is incredible. It slices like butter. Look at this. It's a doll strong knife. And just keep slicing our turkey breast up. It's so juicy and tender. Just look at it. The furthest thing from dry. And there we have it, guys. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's tender, it's juicy. Just slice as much as you'd like up. And now let's transfer it to a serving plate with some of that gravy. And there's some lovely, glorious turkey doled out into a serving dish. And I'm just gonna pour some of my gravy over my turkey now and just let it cascade and drip over it. And there is our beautiful, finished turkey breast, all sliced up, slathered with gravy. There's so much to go around. This was easily going to feed a family of 4 to 6 easily for a 6 pound. I wouldn't suggest going over 6 pounds. It's plenty. And guys, there you have it. It's so easy, delicious. Let's try it out. All right, guys. Now here's some turkey. Let's try it out. My favorite part of any video. It's tender. It's juicy. It's turkey. What gravy. Not gravy. Oh, and the skin. Don't skimp out on the skin. Have some of the skin that's on the turkey. It's so easy to make. You don't have to worry about going to an oven and basting a turkey, hoping it doesn't dry out. Won't happen here. It's going to be moist and tender, and really perfection. And it's easy. You can do it either in your Ninja Foodi, like I said, and just do everything in there in one device and not heat up your kitchen, or you can simply do it in an Instant Pot and then just broil it in the oven or roast it at the end for a few minutes. It's really just an incredibly easy and very convenient recipe. And again, you're gonna have such incredibly moist turkey. There's nothing worse than a dry turkey, like in Christmas Vacation. So tender. This gravy is out of this world. I mean, it's so good, you're gonna gobble up every last drop. Richard! So Richard's gonna try out some turkey. It's Thanksgiving and we're gonna give thanks. And what do you think?
That's really tasty.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love the gravy. It's moist. It's very tender. The gravy makes it even more so.
I mean, I'm sucking it right off the bone. It's that good.
I love this carrot and celery with it. It's good.
I mean, and one of the best things is that, you know, you don't have
herbs. The spices you use are really good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and the greatest thing is that you don't really, like I was saying, you don't have to put it in an oven and babysit it for 3.5 hours and fear that it'll, you know, dry out, which is perfect. All right, he's enjoying it. This guy's enjoying it. All right, you give thanks for this?
Thank you. I give thanks for you, Jeffrey.
Say it, don't spray it. I give thanks for you, Richard, and I give thanks to everybody out there, seriously. Look at this guy.
Thank you, everybody.
Look at him, how he's eating. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, from us to you. You know, and if you want something more elaborate, make my full 8-pound turkey that you could do in an Instant Pot in the 8-quart size. It'll fit in there just fine. Just, you know, there's no shame in bringing your liner pot to the supermarket to see if it fits in, and that you could also put stuffing in. But if you don't want a full turkey or the stuffing in there at the same time, and you just want something that's smaller, like a turkey breast that'll fit right inside the 6-quart, turkey breast is a great way to go with this recipe.
It's a great breast. Now give me more.
Guys, if you enjoy these videos, go to PressureLoveCooking.com because I have tons of recipes there. They just run the gamut. Also, check out Facebook.com/PressureLoveCooking and like that page for all updates that come out. You don't want to miss that. And at Pressure Luck, to subscribe to me on YouTube where all my videos live, really easy to access, as well as Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Guys, happy Thanksgiving from me and Richard to all of you out there, and gobble, gobble, gobble till you wobble, wobble, wobble.